I'm Julie Ratenoff, transpersonal coach and mentor with julieratenoff.com. And I'm here today to talk to you about starting over. This can be any change in your life. It could be a new job, a new relationship, end of relationship, a baby, empty nest, anything that is forcing you to reevaluate where you are and make significant change in your life. Now, this is something that causes can come from so many different ways, places. One of the biggest ones is living a life you thought you wanted, or maybe it was someone else's playbook that was dictating your life, and you realized, no, this is not where I want to be. Something's wrong, and a lot of times our body is a very big indicator of what's going on. This can show up like depression, sleeplessness, any kind of disease, rashes, you name it. It can be so many different things that show you that something is just a little off. Now, for me, this started probably maybe late 20s, early 30s, where I was married with 2 kids, stay-at-home mom, and I thought this was the life I wanted. This is what I had mapped out, and I realized as depression set in that this is not where I wanted to be. Something was off, and I couldn't put my finger on it. Many, many years later, and many iterations later, I have made a lot of changes in my life. I've changed my career multiple times. I've been through a divorce. I've been back to graduate school. You name it, I've probably done it. And a lot of it was self-exploration, trying to figure out where I wanted to be, and some of it was just being on a new path and exploring where it went. So getting to this place can be the hardest part. So recognizing that something's not right and that you need to make a change is sometimes the most challenging piece, but then it can get even harder when you're like, okay, this is what's going on, and now what do I do? How do I make these changes? How do I know where to go? What do I do? And a big part of that is letting go of the past and the shoulds and the should'ves. And that is a really tricky thing to do. However, in order to move forward, it's really important to let go of that piece of however you got to this place where you need to be. Along your path, it could have been, some of the shoulds might be like, oh, I should have known better. I should have taken a different position. I shouldn't have done this, and so on and so on. All of those decisions and choices you made have led you to where you are today. And regardless of whether they were good or bad, sometimes I like to reframe it where it's just like, it wasn't good or bad, it was just a choice I made, and that choice led me to here. And maybe there was a reason for it, maybe there wasn't, but whatever it is, you're just along your path. So whatever your journey has looked like, whatever steps or missteps you've taken to get to this point, I'm here to tell you to stop shoulding all over yourself. Yes, stop shoulding. It is the harshest thing we can do, and right now the most important thing is to have so much self-compassion for yourself as you begin to make these changes. Your life right now could have been blown up and it's devastating, or it could be that it's something new and joyful and you feel like, oh, I should be happy, but I'm not. And it doesn't mean that you're in the wrong place. It just means that it's different than the expectations you would set out for this moment. And that doesn't necessarily, again, mean it's right or wrong. It's just where you are. So really having that self-compassion and forgiveness and letting go of whatever mistakes you feel like you may have made is a very big, crucial step in this process. Every time I've made a new change or transition in my life, I have gone through kind of unconsciously different steps of how I was going to go forward. And I'm really excited because I finally put them together in a guide that I have on my website, julieratenoff.com, and it's free, and I'd love for you to check it out. It's also the steps that I do with all of my clients, and it's something you can do on your own, and it's something that can be supportive to take a much deeper dive into these steps. If you want to connect with me and get more information about what I do, or just chat about what's going on in your life and see if I can be of any support, feel free to contact me at julieratnoff.com/contact, or you can DM me, message me. I'm really happy to talk to you and look forward to answering any questions. So as I end here, again, just the lesson for today: self-compassion, releasing the shoulds, and I wish you all the best on your journey.